So now for more on this breaking news story, we're joined by Mohammed Nijim, a Palestinian-Canadian living in Ottawa. His father and sister remain in Gaza, and he's been in close contact with them throughout the war. Thank you for joining us today, Mohammed.
Thanks for having me.
It has been a 2-year wait for this moment, but a ceasefire deal, a real path to end the fighting and for aid to enter Gaza as well. What's going through your mind as you continue to take in this news?
Of course, mixed feelings, to be honest. On the one hand, it's a great sense of relief that genocide is over, that no massacres will take place anymore, that no bombing will take place, and that people will be reunited. As you know, people have been separated in the south and north since the start of this genocide. On the other hand, people are cautious. They're cautious because, as we know, earlier this year, a ceasefire was signed between Hamas and Israel, but the ceasefire was broken by Israel in March 2025, and even during the ceasefire, more than 200 people were killed. On the other hand, we know that the plan is made up of many stages, and we're now talking about the implementation of the first stage. So people are cautious because of experiences in the past. At the same time, we know that there are some points in the plan that talks about this disarming of Hamas. People have grounded fears that after the implementation of the first phase, that Israel can come back to genocide and mass killing.
I do want to ask you about your family that remains in Gaza right now. You've had a conversation with them since this news came out. How are they feeling right now in this moment, and how relieved are you that you were able to connect with them as this day has come?
Of course. So since the beginning of this genocide, we've been glued up to our phones, TV, and social media, trying to know what's going on, and we were very concerned that something would happen to them. With this news, we're for sure relieved, and our families were even online most of the time because they weren't able to leave their home, fearing for their safety and the safety of their children. But since the signing of the ceasefire, they have disappeared from social media, which means that they're out celebrating and enjoying this moment. They're breathing now. So it's a big moment for them, and we hope that this continues. As I said, people have grounded fears that this might come back and genocide might resume after the implementation of the first phase.
In speaking with your family that remains in Gaza, what would you like to see? What would they like to see for the future of the Palestinian territory? So people now, as you know, Gaza is a pile of rubble. To be honest, 90% of the residential buildings have been destroyed. 68,000 have been killed. 178 have been wounded. So people talk about what's going to happen next. The day after is still ambiguous. There's a lot of vagueness in the plan. Of course, as I said, the first stage talks about the release of hostages, but it doesn't talk about the reconstruction of Gaza, the healing of Palestinians. How will that look like? It doesn't talk about accountability. Israel killed 68,000 Palestinians. 11,000 are still under the rubble or disappeared. The plan doesn't talk about that. So people, of course, they're happy that this came to an end. But at the same time, the component of accountability is very important to make sure that, such atrocities and massacres don't happen in the future. Mohammed, I want to thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing the feelings of you and your family who's in Gaza. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was Mohammed Nijim, who joined us today from Ottawa.